When I first started, when I left corporate and I started looking at coaching, I was like, I'll just be a strategist because who doesn't need a strategy, right? But what I realized as I started working with people is that most people need the strategy, but they also need that CEO mindset. They also need that accountability. They also needed that mirror, right? They needed someone to help them develop that personal development. And so that's where it's like, okay, well, I'm not just a business strategist. I'm going to have to be a coach because they need people that's going to not just leave breadcrumbs to show them how to get there, but they're also going to need people to coach them on and say, you got this, cheer them on and say, you've got this. Like, let's go, let's get it done. Where are we at? How is this thing going? And so they need that coaching for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So, looking ahead, what do you hope your work helps more people believe in what is possible in the third quarter of their lives?
I want to help lots of people reach their dreams. I think our lives are seeds that we sow. And so every time that I help someone is planting a seed into their future that they can be the best version of themselves and they can do the thing that they once thought was impossible. Absolutely.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self, whoa, I would tell my younger self, keep going. You're on the right path. It gets easier. And don't forget to live. Enjoy the ride for sure.
And one last question before we wrap it up. What is a hard lesson you learned about leadership throughout all your years of career?
I think about leadership um, is like you said, I think you said it best a minute ago. It's like the work doesn't care, right? And so real leadership is you roll up your sleeves and you just get it done because at the end of the day, the work doesn't care. And I think I learned some of those best lessons during my time in the military, right? Is because there's no questions asked. You have a role to play, you have a job to do. You need to get it done. There's no whining, there's no complaining, there's no, oh, I'm not showing up. And so I was able to take that and embrace it and take it into every other role in my life. As I went into corporate, my military bearing became my professionalism, right? How I showed up, that tenacity now became that fortitude to show up in corporate to get things done, right? No matter what. And so that same level of get her done in the military discipline is the same leadership and tenacity that shows up in the coaching and the strategy space. I'm there. I love you. I want to see this thing come right to pass, but you got to get it done. So absolutely. Hope to answer your question.